In recent years, scientific research has revealed a fascinating and complex relationship between the gut and the brain, commonly referred to as the gut-brain axis. This bidirectional communication network links the emotional and cognitive centers of the brain with peripheral intestinal functions. For centuries, traditional medicine systems like Ayurveda and Chinese medicine emphasized the connection between digestion and mental health. But modern science is only now beginning to understand the biological mechanisms involved. The gut and brain are physically connected by the vagus nerve and chemically linked through hormones, neurotransmitters, and immune system signals. Today, we will talk about the gut-brain connection, why your digestion affects your mood, how the gut and brain communicate. The primary communication pathways between the gut and the brain include the vagus nerve, the enteric nervous system, the immune system, and the gut microbiota. The vagus nerve is one of the longest nerves in the body and serves as a direct line of communication, transmitting signals back and forth between the gut and the brain. The enteric nervous system, sometimes called the second brain, is a vast network of neurons embedded within the walls of the gastrointestinal tract, capable of operating independently, but also sending information to the brain. The immune system communicates through cytokines, chemical messengers that can influence both gut inflammation and brain function. Additionally, the trillions of bacteria and other microbes living in the gut, collectively known as the gut microbiota, produce neuroactive compounds that affect brain chemistry, including serotonin, dopamine, and gamma-aminobutyric acid, GABA. The role of the microbiome in mental health. The gut microbiome plays a pivotal role in mental health, influencing everything from mood regulation to stress response. An imbalance in the gut microbiome, known as dysbiosis, has been linked to a variety of psychiatric conditions, including depression, anxiety, autism spectrum disorders, and even neurodegenerative diseases like Parkinson's. Beneficial bacteria help produce neurotransmitters and short-chain fatty acids, SCFAs, that have anti-inflammatory effects and strengthen the blood-brain barrier. For instance, approximately 90% of the body's serotonin, a key neurotransmitter involved in mood regulation, is produced in the gut. A healthy, diverse microbiome supports the production of these crucial chemicals, while a disrupted or imbalanced microbiome can result in lower neurotransmitter levels and heightened susceptibility to mood disorders. The impact of inflammation on mood. Chronic low-grade inflammation, often originating in the gut, is increasingly recognized as a major contributor to mood disorders. When the gut barrier becomes permeable, a condition often referred to as leaky gut, harmful substances like lipopolysaccharides, LPS, can enter the bloodstream and trigger systemic inflammation. This inflammatory response can then affect the brain, leading to neuroinflammation, which is associated with depression and cognitive decline. Elevated levels of pro-inflammatory cytokines have been consistently found in individuals suffering from depression and anxiety. Therefore, maintaining gut integrity through proper nutrition, stress management, and avoiding gut irritants is essential not only for digestive health, but also for emotional and mental resilience. Nutritional strategies to support gut-brain health. Diet plays a crucial role in shaping the gut microbiome and, by extension, the gut-brain axis. Fiber-rich foods such as fruits, vegetables, legumes, and whole grains serve as prebiotics, feeding beneficial bacteria. Fermented foods like yogurt, kefir, sauerkraut, kimchi, and kombucha provide live probiotics that can help restore microbial balance. Omega-3 fatty acids found abundantly in fatty fish like salmon and sardines have anti-inflammatory properties and support brain health. Polyphenol-rich foods like berries, green tea, dark chocolate, and olive oil also foster a diverse and healthy microbiome. On the other hand, diets high in processed foods, refined sugars, and artificial additives can promote dysbiosis and inflammation, impairing gut and brain health. A Mediterranean-style diet rich in whole foods and healthy fats has been consistently associated with lower rates of depression and cognitive decline. The role of stress in gut and mental health. Stress is a major factor that disrupts both gut and brain health. When the brain perceives stress, it sends signals that alter gut function, often lead to symptoms like bloating, diarrhea, or constipation. Stress can decrease the diversity of gut bacteria and increase gut permeability, contributing to inflammation and mood disturbances. Conversely, gut issues can exacerbate stress responses, creating a vicious cycle. Techniques that manage stress, such as mindfulness meditation, yoga, deep breathing exercises, and progressive muscle relaxation, have been shown to positively impact both gut and brain health. Regular physical activity also helps modulate the stress response and supports a healthy microbiome. Prioritizing stress reduction is not a luxury, but a necessity for maintaining the integrity of the gut-brain axis. Sleep, circadian rhythms, and the gut-brain axis. Sleep quality has profound effects on both gut health and emotional well-being. Poor sleep can disrupt the microbiome's natural rhythms and increase systemic inflammation, which in turn affects mood regulation. Conversely, an unhealthy gut microbiome can impair the production of neurotransmitters that regulate sleep, such as serotonin and melatonin. This reciprocal relationship suggests that improving sleep hygiene can enhance gut health and emotional balance simultaneously. Maintaining a consistent sleep schedule, limiting exposure to screens before bedtime, creating a dark and quiet sleep environment, and avoiding heavy meals late at night are all strategies that can support both gut function and restorative sleep, strengthening the gut-brain connection. Exercise as a gut-brain health booster. Exercise is another powerful tool for enhancing the gut-brain axis. Physical activity promotes the growth of beneficial gut bacteria, improves gut motility, reduces inflammation, and increases the production of brain-derived neurotrophic factor, BNF, a protein that supports brain plasticity and cognitive function. Aerobic exercise, in particular, has been shown to lower symptoms of depression and anxiety, in part through its beneficial effects on the microbiome and inflammatory pathways. Even moderate activities like brisk walking, swimming, or cycling can have significant benefits for gut and mental health. The key is consistency. Even 30 minutes a day of moderate exercise can make a meaningful difference in reinforcing the gut-brain connection. The future of gut-brain research and therapy. The emerging field of psychobiotics, the use of specific probiotic strains to improve mental health, represents one of the most exciting frontiers in medicine. Studies have identified certain probiotic strains such as Lactobacillus rhamnosus and Bifidobacterium longum that can alleviate symptoms of anxiety and depression by modulating the gut-brain axis. Personalized microbiome therapies and dietary interventions may one day become standard treatments for mental health disorders. Meanwhile, clinicians are increasingly recommending gut-focused approaches such as comprehensive stool testing, elimination diets, and targeted supplementation for patients with mood disorders. As our understanding deepens, it is becoming clear that treating the mind and gut as an interconnected system holds immense potential for revolutionizing mental health care. The science behind the gut-brain axis. The gut-brain axis is a fascinating communication system linking the emotional and cognitive centers of the brain with intestinal functions. This connection is maintained through multiple pathways: the vagus nerve, hormonal signaling, immune system activation, and the gut microbiota. The vagus nerve acts almost like a telephone line, constantly sending messages between the brain and gut. Additionally, the gut houses its own network of neurons called the enteric nervous system, ENS, which can independently regulate digestive activities while also interacting with the central nervous system. Chemical messengers like serotonin and dopamine, essential for regulating mood, are heavily influenced by gut health. The vital role of gut microbiota. Trillions of microorganisms live in the human gut, forming what is known as the gut microbiome. These microbes perform crucial functions like digesting fiber, producing vitamins, regulating the immune system, and manufacturing neurotransmitters. A balanced and diverse gut microbiome supports not only good digestion, but also mental health. When this microbial ecosystem is disrupted, a condition called dysbiosis, it can lead to inflammation, leaky gut, and neurochemical imbalances that trigger anxiety, depression, and even memory problems. Research has shown that individuals with depression often have less microbial diversity in their gut compared to healthy individuals. Inflammation is a bridge between gut and brain disorders. One of the most critical pathways through which gut health affects the brain is inflammation. When the gut barrier is compromised, harmful substances like lipopolysaccharides (LPS) can seep into the bloodstream, triggering an inflammatory response. This systemic inflammation can extend to the brain, leading to a condition called neuroinflammation. Studies have linked high levels of inflammatory markers in the body with depression, anxiety, and even Alzheimer's disease.